Hello, everyone. My name is Mirna, and on behalf of the Mindalia TV team, we want to welcome you to Mindalia live streaming, where thousands of people around the world gather every day to see the lectures and interviews organized by Mindalia TV. Today with us, Helene Daim. She's a published author and a well-being instructor. She has been working for the past 8 years, helping people to find their inner truth. In consequence, they find their life purpose. Before starting with Helene, we are going to be reminding you that you can help us reach as much people in the world as possible. Our only mission is just to help raise the level of consciousness in the world, and we can do that better if we have you with us. Just by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, leaving us a positive comment down below, or even sharing this video with someone that you know that can benefit from the content, you help us, as I said, reach as much people in the world as possible. Also, while we are live streaming, you can interact through the active chat. It's a tool, great, excellent tool for you to enter your questions that at the end, Helene will be so kind and answer. Just please remember the format, the word question in caps, the actual question that you want answered. And at the end of the conference, as I said, Helene will be answering. Without further delay, I will be leaving you with Helene. Helene?
Yes. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I hear you well, but I don't see you.
Okay. Let me see. Now
Now
I
I
can.
see you. Yeah,
Okay.
I see you perfectly fine. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Midna, for having me. And I am so much happy to be here and to be helping you who are watching to come closer to your own inner truth and also to help you to find what is your life purpose. So now I am going to share my screen with you, and Mirna, you can always give me a sign if I'm able here now to share my screen.
Yeah, you can actually use the PowerPoint and I can play it for you if you feel more comfortable with that. Do you want me to play it for you?
Yes.
Yeah, you send it to me. I'll be happy to share it.
Okay. Uh, Let me see. So,
Thank you for being with us.
yes.
And we want to also thank our audience for the patience, for the presence. And we're going to be doing this so you can get a better feel of what Helene is going to be explaining us today.
Okay. So now I just it should be over at yours now. Hopefully.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, guys. So I am happy that you're patient here, and I will soon share with you my presentation, and then we will get started. The reason why I look a bit blue is because I am sitting in Ibiza at the moment, and here the time is 3 a.m. in the morning, and I have a lamp which makes me a bit blue, and so that gives the explanation for that.
Thank you, Helene. And if you want, you can start a little bit and I will be sharing the slides in just a moment.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we are going to talk about your life purpose and defining your life purpose. And so this webinar is for you who, because I know so many of my previous clients and the people I am working with, they really want to feel excited when they wake up in the morning because they know what they have to offer to people. And I know that so many of you, you have your unique message, and I know that you really want to help more people with the message that you have living within yourself. And so this is what we're going to talk about today, and also the 5 most common obstacles that you are doing in your everyday life that are hindering you from finding your life purpose and from living your life purpose. So I'm going to go through those 5 obstacles with you to identify them. So when you have identified what is really hindering and stopping you, then it will also be easier for you to, of course, then you will see them, and then you will also help yourself to come closer to your own message. And also, I'm going to take you through a beautiful exercise that will help you to come in touch with the one thing which is the absolutely most important for you to come closer to finding your life purpose. And also, this is something that you need to let's say, to fertilize in the manifestation process of materializing your life purpose. So this is what we will cover in today's talk. And
Thank you, Helene. I'm working and getting you the slides, okay?
okay, perfect. Thank you, Minna. So I can start off with telling a little bit about my story and why am I doing this? So what is the reason for my passion in helping you to discover your own life purpose? So I am from Norway, and I am actually also a dermatologist, and I worked as a dermatologist, owning my own skincare clinic in Norway for 7 years. And I was having a lot of fun running that clinic, and but actually every single day for all of those years, I felt that there was something living inside of me. I felt that, oh, I have more to offer to my clients than, let's say, just helping them to, to relax, to feel good. And so, yeah, now I have my slides. So, Midna, you can just please click a few slides forward. Yes, continue, and continue. One more until the picture of me. Yeah, perfect. So this is me running my clinic, and this is this is the old picture. I am wearing my uniform, and you can see all of my diplomas in the background. I was the number 1 top salesperson also for the product line that I was selling. So I was doing really good, and I was always into educating myself. But still, I felt that there was something within myself that I didn't live out. And I just knew that there was something that I wanted to contribute to people in a greater way than I was able to at that time in my life. So you can click again. Thank you, Mirna. Mm-hmm. And I was always asking myself that because I was also missing, this stronger connection with feeling more, let's say, love, feeling more connection. I felt that so like there had to be more, because I was refusing to believe that although I had a good time running my own clinic, I was really refusing that this was it, like this cannot be it. So I always had this beautiful feeling within myself of loads of love and loads of connection, and I didn't know how can I take this out, bring this out to the world. And so I kept on. Luckily, I kept on believing that there was something more than what I had yet experienced. So I kept on believing. So this is the illustration, the best one that I could find, that illustrated how I was feeling within myself. And I really wanted this magical world to be existing in the real world too. Click one more slide, please, Mila. And so I moved to Thailand, and so the first image is from my beautiful house, on the top of the island of Koh Samui, so you can see my view out from my porch. And on the other picture, there is a monk. So it's Buddhism in Thailand. And you can also see that in the second picture, there is a lot of chaos. So the traffic kind of goes both ways, and the whole electrical system is, in wiring free in the sky, and there are cats and animals and dogs. They're running all around. And what this did to me, coming from Norway, being very used to everything is so too perfect, everything is too organized and perfect, let's say, and coming to Thailand, this actually helped me a lot to calm all of my system down. So all of the chaos, what you might think would bring more chaos, actually to me brought me down to earth. It really helped me to relax in a way that I never ever relaxed in my whole life. And also living so close to nature, having insects and animals actually crawl and creep and fly into my house also brought in coming back to nature for me. And so I learned about a holistic lifestyle. I changed my whole life around. And I did detoxes. I know a lot about meditation. I wrote a book. I started also to work at the holistic resort, helping other people to find their inner truth. So Thailand really was a tipping point of my life. So we can have the next slide, please. So this is me having a little coconut. Coconut water is really good for you with loads of electrolytes when you are detoxing. But this is, and also keeps you hydrated when it's really hot outside. So this is me in one of my breaks, in between me helping people from all over the world to align with their greater purpose within themselves. So next slide, please. So, and another picture of, and this is how it goes. So I'm going also now to help you who are listening. I'm also going to help you during this talk, because one thing is to listen to me explaining to you, and a whole another thing is actually you are learning so much more from experience. So a little bit later in this talk, I will help you to connect with yourself in a really beautiful way, so that you can have a better experience, personal experience, on how what I really am talking about. So it will make much more sense to you. So looking forward to bring you on to that exercise. So next slide, please. So let's move on and talk about what are the 5 top common denominators that is stopping you from finding and living your purpose of your life. So I'm going to have a sip of water here, and then I will explain. So to sum it up for you, so it is your environment. And I will explain all of these points to you a bit closer. So it's you, your environment, and also you typically caring too much about what other people are thinking about you. And you are too comfortable where you are now. Does it sound familiar? And then you don't know what is your life purpose. And then also the last one, lacking confidence. So next slide, please, Minna. Thank you, Minna, for helping me out. So the next slide, we are going to talk about the environment. So what does it mean? What do I refer to when I'm saying your environment? So I know that your environment, it's how it's impacting you every single day. It has to do with the people that you are surrounded by. And it's to do with that listening to other people, and some people they talk about negative situation, negative themes, and can be and this can have a impact on how you are feeling, because one thing is that you know what it is that you are wanting. You have a feeling within yourself, and you are feeling this feeling, and you know that there are something living within yourself, and the environment that you are surrounded by is kind of like distracting you, and it's distracting you, and it has an impact on how you are feeling. And having that impact on how you're feeling, because that's what we are going to talk a bit about, is actually the thing which is most important for you, is really to get in touch with your true essence. And what is that? That is your feeling. And having all kinds of distractions in your environment, then that will distract you from, my experience when I shared with you going to Thailand. It really brought me back to my true essence and to my nature, because all of a sudden my environment was perfect for me, and it really helped me to with the detoxes, with the meditations, with the yoga, with the nutrition, with a whole different culture. It really helped me to find back to my true essence. So this is the environment. So we go and move on to the next slide. Thank you. And then another really big one is that you are caring too much about what other people are thinking about you. So this is best explained by, if you can imagine when you are drawing a really beautiful picture, or at least, it doesn't need to be beautiful, but you're having a good time drawing a picture. You're putting your creative inspiration into painting a picture or drawing a picture. And the killer for putting your presence and being aware in what you are doing is to think about, what is my neighbor drawing? How does it look like? What is he doing, and what is he painting, or what are they doing? And so this is so typical that we are looking to other people for what they are doing, and then we start to thinking, oh my God, what are they going to think about my painting? Ooh, I don't want other people to look at it. And so this is a good analogy for you caring way too much about what other people are thinking about you. And this is something that we need to remind ourselves, that your message and your true essence is living within yourself. And when you stop caring what other people are thinking about you, then you are getting so much closer to what is your true feeling of you, the unique message that you can live out and put into whatever it is that you love to do. Yeah, next slide, please. Thank you. And then the third is that you are too comfortable in where you are now. Yep, this is how it is. So many times we need to feel extreme uncomfort in order for us to take that action step, to say that now is enough. Enough is enough. Now I am really going to take time and to spend time on really figuring out what is it that I really want to do. So what can it be that you are too comfortable? It can be that you have a really nice, good paying job. It is secure for you. You like the job that you are having, but you are feeling that it's not fulfilling you in the way that you are really wanting your life, what you want your life to be about from now on and onwards. There is something more, but at the moment you are just too comfortable in where you are. And so this is also an obstacle for you. But of course, it's good to understand this, and also to make that decision that now you are going to prioritize getting closer to your own message and to set aside time and energy and to really work on that. And so it takes commitment and it takes discipline. So this is a good point. Next slide. The fourth point is that you don't know what is my life purpose. You have the feeling, but you don't know what it is. And this is also stopping you from not taking the step. So it can be many things, and it can feel overwhelming to you also, that thinking about your life purpose can become like something like, oh God, it's so high up, it's so broad, it's so wide, and oh my God, I love so many things. There's so many things that I love. And also, I don't know what way I'd like to bring it into the world, because there are also so many ways I can choose from it too. And there is also this thing with how do I want my life to look like? I want to spend 4 hours every morning treating myself, doing meditation, doing some juicing, going for a run. I really want to have control over my own time, but I don't know what is my life purpose. So it just becomes something that is so intangible, and it just becomes so overwhelming that the mind actually just becomes, no, this is just too much. And then you continue in the pattern of doing what you are doing at the moment. Next slide, please. Thank you so much. So, and the fifth point is that you are lacking the confidence, and this point is one of the points that is also very close to me, to my heart, because this is really what is so extremely beautiful about the way I am teaching finding your life purpose. Is actually to finding back to yourself. It's to finding back to your true you, and I will give you a sense of what am I talking about here. So it might sound like, oh, what does that really mean? It does mean to stay true, staying true to yourself, and it means that you become you trust yourself. So you create a really beautiful connection where you can trust yourself. I'm going to talk more about this in a second so that you can understand better what I am saying. So connecting with yourself creates a beautiful sense of confidence. And confidence is extremely important when you want to find your life purpose. Because it has to do with believing in yourself and finding your life purpose and believing in yourself. When you have that believe in yourself, then actually there is nothing that can stop you from going and moving forward. So that is really what it means to have that confidence. Yes. So now I would like to hear from you, and I'd like you to share with me. So write in the comments and share with me what is, from what I just shared with you, like which one of these 5 obstacles is stopping you from finding your life purpose. So share with me, which one of them did you find familiar? Which one sounded most familiar to you?
Um, Thank you. For what I see here, lack of direction, not knowing where they are going to or what they're supposed to be doing, and income.
Yeah, yeah. So this is very typical, and also very typical with all of them, not knowing the direction, and also the income. Thinking about the income, of course, it's very important. It's the one most important thing, because it gives us security. So income gives us a security, and security is one of the things that we need to have. And And so finding your life purpose, it's a beautiful change, or let's say, of focus. So the focus goes to finding a space of inner well-being and starting to work on your inner well-being, keeping keeping your job, keeping the job that you are having, and on the side starting to shift your focus on creating that inner well-being with yourself. And so it's a whole different way of focusing. So that is will help you to start to use yourself in another way. Let's say it's becoming more spiritually connected, and becoming trusting yourself. You will have other tools that will connect you, finding solutions to your challenges, and how to look at the same challenges but actually seeing new answers. So all of this is something that you are learning when you are on the path of finding your life purpose. And then the solutions are always there. Okay, so thank you guys for sharing with me. So let's move on. Yeah. So this is the one most important factor to finding your life purpose, and that is to come in touch with the feeling that you want to bring into your life. What emotion do you want to bring into your work? What emotion would you like to have more into your everyday life? And then I'm really meaning it very literally, actually. So it goes hand in hand with how you are acting, what you are doing, and it will be a circle that will reaffirm to you the emotion, so that you will actually surround yourself by this emotion, and it will give back to you the feeling that you are wanting, so that you can deliver again out to who you want to help from the emotion that you really love to have within yourself. So instead of being stressed out, overworked, being exhausted, doing things that you don't really like to do. So it's about getting in touch with the emotion that you really like to have and start to bring that more into everything that you are doing. So we can move on to the next slide. So I have created a model, and this is starting with the heart. And starting with the heart, I'm gonna have a sip here. It is referred to. It is referred to you. It's referred to your inner truth, and it all starts with your heart. So when you are connecting yourself, starting to connect yourself with your heart, I will also explain a bit more this to you, so you get more information and theory on this topic too. Connecting yourself with your heart, and it will create a sense of security. You are starting to really trust who you are, trusting yourself. You are let's say, you don't need to trust in your project. You don't need to trust in your work. You don't need to trust in, of course, you trust your partner, but you don't trust in your partner for you to be okay, because now you trust in yourself. You don't, let's say, need other external factors to be in a certain way for you to feel good. So this is what it means to have self-trust. And so this will help you to feel secure, and then you will start to be yourself authentically, and asking questions, sharing your ideas from what it is that you are. No longer, let's say, thinking and caring too much about what other people are thinking about you, and sharing your ideas, sharing your dreams, and sharing them from a place of feeling good with sharing, and not judging yourself, stopping self-judgment, stopping judging other people. This is very easy to say, And this is something that also I am working on every day myself. So it's a what is it? Continuously, yeah, word, that work that we need to do all the time to feel good and to be the version, and also to stay true to who you are. And it's a full circle. So when you're doing more of this, it goes back and reconfirms back to yourself, and it becomes easier and easier and easier to feel secure and to be yourself. And then there are other benefits there too. So we can move on to the next slide. So I hope so far, guys, that you are having a good time, and that what I am saying is bringing you value. And also, when you do have any questions, you can type them in, and Mirna will share them with me after the talk. So why do you want to align with your life purpose? Well, in the way that I am teaching, it helps you to become relaxed. So it's that change of focus that we're talking about. So it's instead of like thinking that stressing to achieve. So now it's starting to it goes back first. It goes back to your true essence, and then it starts from there. So it's helping you to relax yourself. It's helping you to feel that inner well-being. And it helps you to lower your stress levels and create harmony in the body, and helps you move into the flow and be more creative and see more solutions. So freeing up whatever limiting beliefs and the old habits that is blocking and holding you down, then it is all about to really open up and follow the inspiration and thinking to yourself that I can do it. It's almost like when we were children. Like when you were a child, there was nothing stopping you. There was nothing stopping us when we were kids. We were just going for it. We were just going and doing it all the time. When we were feeling something, we felt it. We were sad, or we would say how we were feeling. So we were always so innocent. So we didn't judge ourselves. So it's kind of going back to that space, but of course with all the experience that you have now. So it's that moving towards what you want and seeing the fear, but moving through it despite of the fear that you are, and breaking through whatever limitations that you have. It's really an exciting journey. Okay, so we can move on to the next slide. So to share with you, so HeartMath Institute is an institute in California, been doing science on our human heart since the early 1980s. And they have discovered that our human heart has 40,000 neurons. So our heart has a capacity to send the messages to our mind, and then our mind starts to process that message and determines what type of actions you are making. So this is what is so beautiful when you start to get more, let's say, knowledge about your human heart, and you, for example, are feeling very challenged. You can feel very emotionally challenged. This is typical. When you want to make a change in your life, I can bet money on you are feeling emotionally challenged, but because you are going out of your comfort zone. So when you're going out of your comfort zone, going out of what you are normally doing to grow, to do something different from what you always have been doing, then you are feeling the shaking, the turbulence in the airplane. And this is beautiful to know and have more knowledge about your human heart, because this is where you can literally, this is what I'm also teaching my clients, to go to your heart. So it's a process, it's a method on how you can help yourself to be with your heart and feel the discomfort and also to see beyond the discomfort and actually to reverse the messages the heart is sending up to the brain. So you can reverse that emotion, and then you can recreate another emotion that is true to you. So it's like taking away old stories, old experience that has happened to you that makes you feel discomfort, and then you can disarm the feeling, and more harmonious messages will be sent up to the mind, and then from there you will feel that you are in harmony between your spirit, which is also your heart, and your mind and your body. Lastly, will become harmonious. You are starting to feel like feeling good places more often, and frequently, feeling good places. So having that harmony in your body too um, will help you to be in the flow, and feeling really good with yourself. So this is the yeah. So we can move on to the next slide, please. Okay, so now we have come to the part where I'd like to invite you to find an emotion within yourself. So I'm going to guide you through this exercise. And so how do we do this? So the key ingredients, the first ingredients that is very important is to be relaxed with yourself. And then we need to accept the emotions. Instead of going somewhere, distracting ourselves physically or also mentally, we need to accept and feel the emotion. This is the way to move from what is now to what we want. So if we don't accept the emotion, we will just take them with us wherever we go. And then feeling into the heart, and feeling into your potential to develop, and then staying and practicing staying in the new emotion and acting and behaving from that new place within. So we can move on to the next slide. So now you can also take a moment here with yourself, and I want you to come to think about one thing. So just to have one focus point during this exercise. So what is the one thing that you want? So we are talking about life purpose. So what is what you, because I know you already know something that you want to work on. There's some gift that you have, some skill that you have. There's something that you desire to bring into your life. So I want you to now think about that, and also you can write it in the comments as well. So write to Mirna, and so we can strengthen this life purpose. So now that you are getting into feeling what that is, I want you to do a small little exercise. For the moment, you can have your eyes closed, and taking a nice breath in. So we will spend just a few minutes on this exercise. And it's very important that you are really now allowing yourself to do this exercise, knowing that you are exactly where you are supposed to be, and feeling into your desired life purpose. And whatever it is that you are thinking of, this is the perfect one for you. This is the right one for you. So now I want you to focus to your chest. And you can place one hand on top of your chest and focus all of your attention towards your chest. And pay attention to how you are feeling. So I want you to pay attention to how you're feeling, and say to yourself, whatever I am feeling in this moment, it's okay. all the while thinking about what is your desired life purpose. And say, it's okay the way I am feeling. And now use your imagination and breathe into the feeling as if it is possible to breathe in the emotion that you are experiencing in this very moment. So if you are feeling excited, then imagine that you can breathe in excitement. If you can feel the feeling of being relaxed, then breathe into that feeling of being relaxed. Take a really nice breath in and breathe that emotion in. If you're feeling frustration, that is your emotion, then breathe into frustration. Breathe it in and let it be okay. So we are never gonna judge our emotions. The emotions always needs to be allowed to be present in our body. And what you are doing now is that you are allowing yourself to stay with the truth, what is really moving within yourself. So now that you have done this, you're doing a really good job. So continue taking another nice breath in, breathing into whatever emotion that you are experiencing in the moment. And now I'd like you to answer, how are you feeling? So continue staying with the emotion, and what emotion are you feeling? So you can also write in the comments, and you can share with me, what emotion are you feeling in this very moment?
Scared.
Mm. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. It's okay to be scared, and it's allow yourself to feel the emotion of being scared. I know how extremely uncomfortable it can be to be scared, but allow yourself to feel the scarcity. And what is your job, and what is my job, when we are doing this exercise. So what your job is to not judge, not judge being scared. Simply allowing yourself to feeling scared and saying to yourself, it's okay to be scared. And then you're just breathing into the emotion. The beauty is that there is something behind your scarcity. So there is something behind it. And this is the treasure that you will come to feel when, after you have allowed yourself to feel scared. So behind feeling scared and allowing that emotion to ride your system and to just let it be there, whatever, in however way it shows up, then then there is a treasure behind it. And so this is where we want to go. So this is where I want you to go and to have that experience of what is coming next. So but you are doing a good job, and thank you so much for sharing. So when we're talking about life purpose and getting in touch with our personal experience, personal essential, and the emotion, feeling, and being brave and stepping into that. And it's actually a knowing that we need to learn how to be ourselves. We need to go back to that and learning how to be ourselves, and bringing in your unique message. What I mean by your unique message is actually your unique emotion, and bringing in that personality and in that message, there is so much that you can allow yourself to bring into the world, and then that can be, for you. And I'm saying us because I am doing it every day too. And so it is to allow to be uncomfortable in the beginning, and just also to bring in that awareness, when we are in situations we are so familiar to showing up to other people's expectations of us. So you are acting according to what you think other people are expecting of you. But now that you are starting to be coming true to who you are, caring more about how you feel and caring more about feeling comfortable with yourself, then that's a part of the process to to stand up to that emotion, and to to to, um, to decide to be uncomfortable in the beginning, and then growing stronger and stronger and stronger. That connection that I shared with you, um, in the circles of having sense of security within yourself, no matter what is the outside circumstances, and then having that self trust and growing that confidence, growing that belief in yourself to show up as the true you, the real you, the person, when you are aligned with yourself. And then you are speaking from that place and feeling very comfortable after you have done that a few times and having lived that situation. And of course, there is many things that you can do to support yourself in that process, which I will also share with you now. So we can move on to the next slide. Yeah. So yeah, we just went through this, and thank you so much for sharing with me and participating. So here is a few testimonials from clients that I have been working with. So yeah, move on. Yeah, yeah, thank you. And so now, so finding your life purpose. So I am giving out. I'm helping people to finding your life purpose, and I'm doing that through one-on-one sessions, and I'm also doing it through support from an online course that I have created. And this course is a 1 month long course, and it helps you to shift your focus. So instead of being overwhelmed, being thinking about there is I don't know my direction, and but what about the income? Uh, and it's so much in the air, and it's all over the place, and it's so many things that I want to do. I don't know which one am I going to focus on. So it is to help you to become relaxed. And so this is what this course is helping you to finding that starting point. And the starting point is to helping yourself to release. Yeah, so let me just say one thing at a time here. So yeah, so going through this is a 1 month long online course, and it's with a working sheet so that you know exactly what you're going to do every single day for a whole month. And it is meant so that you can implement it with your everyday life. It takes about like 1.5 hours to practice every single day. And it's easy to learn, and it is in a video format and audio format. And so it's all about what you're doing every day. So helping yourself to train yourself to do a little bit of well-being exercises to help your body to come to that place of being harmonious with yourself, and also connecting you. So we can move to the next slide. Thank you. So yeah. Mm. So the first 2 weeks of this online course is to help you to come back into your true essence with relaxing. And it's a beautiful combination of of harmonizing your body and your mind and your spirit. So all of these will you will be supporting yourself in all these areas. And so to let go of negative stress and emotions and belief systems. So it's a way of helping yourself to come in touch again um, with being relaxed. It is really so important to focus on starting from the basic. So this is where you really need to start. It's really to start to help yourself to let go of any negative emotion, stress building up in the body, so that you can really feel that you are relaxed within yourself. And that will help you to get more in touch with the essence, the feeling of what is your life purpose. And this whole month in the worksheet are helping you to continuously have your focus on what essence that you are having within yourself. And then ridding yourself of the negative stress it will become so much more easy for you to work on what it is that is important to you. Okay, so the next slide, please. And the second or the third and the fourth week, it is to get more in touch with the language of your heart. So it's getting more knowledge about that and getting techniques and how you can start to listen to your heart and to recognize the language of your heart. So it's something that I have been training myself to do for many years. So what I can say is that at the moment you are trained to go to your head to figure out solutions for yourself, and then the heart is a second resource that you can go to figure out and to support yourself. So at the moment I can't hear you.
Thank you, Helene. This is super valuable information, and we really want to thank you. We have reached the end of the segment. Uh, do you want to continue this slide? I can't hear you.
So that was can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So the slide, that was the last slide. So the timing was perfect. So I got through all the slides. So thank you everyone for being here.
Thank you, Helene. And to our audience, also, thank you for being with us. We have reached the end of Helene's talk. We have a couple of questions, but before we go to the Q&A section, we want to remind you, Mindalia TV is a non-profit organization. Our only mission is just to raise the level of consciousness around the world, and you can help us with it just by liking this video, leaving us a positive comment down below, or sharing this with someone that you know it's going to be taking advantage of the benefit that we just shared. Feel free to do it. We go with the Q&A section now. Helene, you're going to be seeing my face. No, not seeing my face, but hearing my voice. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The first question that we have says, how was your process? How did you realize this was that thing that you were missing?
So what is the real question? So what was say the question again, Minna, please.
The question is how you realize that this thing that you're doing now is what was missing in your life.
Ah, okay. Well, how I realized it, thank you for the question. How I realized it was that I felt a feeling within myself. So typically it was when I was running my skincare clinic. and I were giving skincare treatments to my clients, and I remember the feeling I had of feeling, oh, there is something more. There is something more I want to give. There is so much more within myself that I want to share with people, more than just treating their skin. So this was how I knew that what I'm doing now is what was my calling back then. So really feeling the feeling of
Thank you. Thank you so much for the answer. The next question says, how can I change my environment without hurting my family or my friends?
very nice question. Thank you so much. It is to change your focus. So it's to do with doing practicing on your inner well-being. So one thing is, for example, meditation. So it's bringing more calmness into your internal environment. So bringing more time and practice more, for example, meditation. I am also facilitating other types of techniques that you can do that are bringing you closer to feeling really good with yourself and to harnessing, let's say, that relaxed inner peace, relaxed feeling of how you are experiencing yourself. So you might be experiencing, for example, there is a lot to do, there is a lot of stress, for example, um, like thinking about what you want to do, but how can you do it? So this is really so beautiful to start to practicing that inner well-being. And that is a beautiful way on how you can start without hurting anybody, your family. It's actually the opposite. Caring more for yourself will help you to care more for your family and the people that you are caring about. So you're bringing more of your personality to the people that you have close to you.
Thank you so much. The next question says, how can I deal with fear of rejection?
Mm, yeah, another beautiful question. So this question, it is how you can deal with it. Well, I can recommend you to do what we just did during this talk, is to give yourself space. So when you are dealing with rejection, it's a the feeling is painful, it's hurtful, and taking that pain, taking that rejection, and do what we just did in this talk, and find a place where you are going to sit with yourself and to allow yourself to feel the feeling. And always remember, this is very important, don't judge the feeling of being rejected. Also very important, you need to remember that whoever or whatever situation that causes you to feel rejected, um, for this exercise, there is absolutely you must not blame whoever is making you feel rejected. Uh, this is take this out. So only feel the rejection, because after the rejection, then there is something beautiful. There is an opportunity for you here to. It's like your higher self is giving you a challenge to see an opportunity. It's something your higher self is giving yourself an opportunity to see beyond the emotion and the feeling of being rejected. So take the opportunity and be uncomfortable and feeling the discomfort and letting it be in your body, and then it will find its way out of your system too.
Thank you so much, Helen. The last question for today is, how can I quiet my mind so I can listen to my heart?
Mm, beautiful. How you can quiet your mind so that you can listen to your heart. So this is a very good question. It takes practice. This is something that you need to practice, and it's something it's like yeah, I'm, do you know what I'm saying? I'm saying to my clients, I'm saying instead of thinking about to quiet your mind, focus on going to your heart instead. So always go to your heart. So this is a practice to go to your heart center, and it's to focus your energy. And it takes practice. So it's nothing that is just done in this very second. I do have free meditations that is also helping you to guiding you, so it becomes easier for you to connect with your heart as well. And so this is so of course I can, so them, you're very welcome to have them. And then but go to your heart. So instead of focusing on quiet your mind, then focusing on going to your heart. And this is how you can do it, is actually literally to focus your energy, focus your full attention, like really attention, like having a space where you're with yourself, and then focusing all of your attention to your heart and to your chest center, and then just to stay in your heart all the time. So practicing doing that for 5-10 minutes every single day, that will help you a lot.
Thank you so much, Helene. And as we reach the end of today's conference, we want to thank you truly in the name of the Mindalia TV team for being with us today, for sharing your knowledge with us and with our audience. To our audience, we want to remind you we are a nonprofit organization. All we want is just to help raise the level of consciousness around the world. That is what we do, what we do. And you can help us by liking this video, leaving us a positive comment below, sharing this with someone that you think it's going to enjoy it, and subscribing to our channel, of course. You can also contact us if you have something to say that you think that the world is needing, of hearing it. Without, anything else to say for now, we want to leave Helene to say goodbye and leave our audience with a couple of nice words.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for inviting me to do this presentation. So continue to being with yourself and staying with your emotions. It's a part of your nature. So this is what I'd like you to remember. And so thank you so much for being here and participating and playing along, and all of your comments. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Helene, one more time to our audience. Thank you, and until next time. Goodbye.
Bye.